Hello everybody, it's Henry. So today's Saturday Coffee Shop Talk is going to be mentoring. So I went into work today, I got all my stuff done, got everything arranged, everything's flowing. There's a little hiccup on the boat, so I go down on I do submarine, so I went down on the submarine and got to push a little bit of work, understand what's going on, coach them, did some of that. And then they have what's called an engineer, or the chief engineer. He owns all the engineering stuff to usually drive the avails. So he'd start asking questions. They're very receptive to learning. And the reason I love the young group in the early 20s and 30s more than most people do is because they want to learn. And what I've learned is people don't want to teach. And then they don't want to teach, then the people that want to learn don't ask because people don't want to teach, or they give them the persona they don't want to teach. So I took some time with them. Some of it was my time. I was already off the clock, and that's okay. I'm not complaining. If I get a chance to mentor an officer, or if I get a chance to mentor a chief, or a first class, second, or third, I'm going to take that chance. Now, I saw some things with the particular unit because I pay attention, because being an ex-COB, an ex-LPO, and ex-morale guy, I notice things that most people don't notice. So I picked them out already. I already had an idea what was going on before I even went down and started talking with somebody. That's just, I pay attention to detail. And that would be another topic, attention to detail. So I pay attention to detail. So back into morale. So I knew if the attention to detail for the crew is not there, morale's usually a problem too. Because attention to detail pays attention to morale. Morale helps attention to detail and it helps the boat function when the morale's high. If morale's not high and don't function, then the boat's attention to detail fails. Cleanliness, PMS, watch standard practices, morale, people's interaction, people working as a team. Even the food takes a hit. The food they serve the crew takes a hit. It takes a big hit. It's huge. So morale is huge. Mentorship is huge. Attention to detail is huge. So back to mentoring. So I took time to do that. I spent time with the chief engineer / engineer, young officer, wants to do well, been on the job 8 months, and he wants to learn. He's got a wide open. So college gives them the principles of being a leader. It gives them knowledge level of what they're doing. It educates them. It makes them pay attention to detail. It gives them skill sets that the enlisted don't get. But it doesn't give them the skill sets the enlisted have from years experience. But the problem is the years of experience from the enlisted's not there. They're advancing people to chief so quick that they're missing the opportunity to be a stronger chief for the officer. And then the officer is so accelerated with education that they miss a lot of key things too. It's really a tit for tat that I saw the Navy changing. So I wanted to give the engineer some of my mentorship of my 43 years of doing this stuff and things that worked really great for me, morale-wise, leadership-wise, divisional-wise, and overall process-wise. Especially when they're in a dry docking period and they got 1,000 jobs. And that's a lot when you look at how many people are on the ship and you spread that job out. It's not equal. And it's time-consuming. That's not counting testing and ripping apart and closing and PMS. There's a lot of stuff. So he had a lot of questions, so I fed him. So I gave him one of my topics on the coffee shop was plant the seed. So I planted seeds. He took notes. He's got a little diary, and I said, now let's take that little diary, because he asked a question how he could get his seconds and thirds or in his first more engaged, and I gave him some underlying principles that I used. I used a work log, and I gave that to him to use that work log. I did that at Coffee Shop Talk, talking about a work log. In order to empower your people, you got to understand what the WIFM is. I did that Coffee Shop too. What's in it for me? You have to do what's in it for me. And once you find out what's in it for me, then you grease that more, you put more sugar on it, and you make it better. And you grow a team of people working, right? And that's working the WIFM, that's with the work log. And then that builds morale. So I gave them all those tools as the mentorship that I was giving Inge, and I spent hours with them. I even told them, even I would come off the clock and come down here and talk to your crew. I'll talk to the chiefs. I'd even talk to the officers. I'd even talk to the junior enlisted. I will empower them and give them insight how to do the Navy submarine and force better and have more fun and want to stay in the submarine force. I think we lose too many people in the submarine force because there's nobody like me that wants to go down and mentor the ship and empower them to be great and let them understand what they do is a super job. I love mentoring. I want to mentor. I love teaching. And I really think our Navy fleet really needs a guy that has that mindset like I do and the passion to go around and spend time with the engineer like I just did. I mean, I literally spent time with the engineer a good hour and a half, mentoring him and helping him be successful. Because I love people that succeed. And I bumped in so many people that I have influenced in the past, and their success story to me from that first touch with me or working around me inspires me to do what I do today, and there's nothing in it for me. All that is my with them is the pleasure of them succeeding. And we all come out and high five and say we did it. When we didn't think we can do it, we did it. That's what's in it for me. That's my with them. And that's what I share with you. I share with you, anybody has the ability to share what you know and to mentor somebody else and make their life better. And if they're younger than you, you need to put that extra effort in it to make their life better. They need that. They want that. They desire that. And personally, as a human being to another human being, I think you own that. If anything I learned from God, and whether you believe in Jesus Christ or the God or not, the one thing I learned about being on this planet is we all need to pay it forward. We all need to thank all those around us that helped us get where we're at or what we've done in our life. Got to have that hope. Take your time and mentor others, just like I did today. I mentored that Inge for an hour and a half. I saw a desire in him to succeed, and I want to make sure he does it. And I want to be able to look back when he's an admiral or he's off somewhere else and I bump into him one day, or even in heaven, or wherever we go. I know that soul is going to be better than what it was when I left it. Well, that's what I leave with you, is mentoring others. You need to do that. Take time and